Hey everyone, I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com and wanted to take a couple of minutes to walk you through some of the updates that we've done in the Understanding Photovoltaics, the ninth edition of this textbook. If you're thinking about using it in your class or you're thinking about using it yourself, I just wanted to give you a heads up as to what's involved, what's included, and for instructors, what are some of the supporting materials that we have for your classroom experience. If you're interested in ordering the book directly from us, just navigate to solarpvtraining.com. Go here to the tab that says Solar Books and go ahead and click on that. And you'll find some of the books that we offer. And of course, the one we're talking about right here is Understanding Photovoltaics, ninth edition. The cost is $79.95. And we will just go ahead and add it to the cart and we'll get it right to you. And since we're right here on this page, why don't we go ahead and look at a couple of the other resources that are available. The online course, this particular textbook tracks directly with the online course called Residential Solar Installation and Design. So you can use this book if you're studying this on your own, or if you're teaching this in a classroom, you can use the textbook along with this information. We've got another little video that'll walk you through all of the different aspects of this particular online training course. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of information here, and it is all integrated with videos and it tracks directly along with that particular book. Also, if you're interested in reviewing a lot of the the quizzes that are at the end of each chapter, we do have the program input into Quizlet, and you can use that to study the end of the chapter quizzes. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a little tour of the textbook here. So you'll see, of course, the front cover, and then we'll go ahead and move down through the table of contents. And the table of contents, I'll just spend a little time on this, walk you through it. There's Introduction to Photovoltaics, is kind of the obligatory intro chapter where we talk about some of the various changes that have happened within the solar PV industry, government incentive programs, connecting to the grid, things like interconnection, net metering agreements. Some of the things that the solar distributed energy systems, how they impact the grid, some of the history of photovoltaics, certification programs that are out there, electrical codes and standards, not only for the United States, although I must admit that this textbook is really focused on the United States, a little bit more into Canada a bit, some European, some Australian, New Zealand, but it's not really a global tutorial. It is very North American centric. And then testing labs, safety requirements, and the bit. And then we jump into chapter 2, which is solar cells and modules. Now, I should point out that this particular book is really focused on the practical, hands-on, how do you design and install a system without killing yourself. You know, it's not a theoretical thing. It's really how do you connect this wire to that wire. So we get into the chapter 2. We're talking about cells, modules, panels, some of the emerging technologies, perovskite, PERC cells, bifacial modules, and then we get into how modules are rated. We talk about STC, PTC, a little bit on that, the NOMT, some of these ratings that you're going to run into as you're selecting panels. Discuss the IV curve, how those things are focused on, factors that affect production. I'm going to zip through this a little bit and then we'll sort of walk through the chapters here. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. But then chapter 3, we get into the different types of photovoltaic systems, standalone, grid-tied systems, the simple grid-tied systems. What about grid interactive, grid-coupled, AC-coupled, DC-coupled systems? A lot more focus in this edition on that. And I should point out this is the 9th edition. It's used quite widely in community colleges and trade schools throughout North America. So what we're trying to do is keep this information current because this is a fairly new industry and all of this stuff changes all the time. Not only the regulations, but the technology technology itself. So if you don't update these books every 2 or 3 years, it really gets stale. It's kind of difficult in a classroom environment to be studying things. Even 5 years old makes it feel antiquated. So that's one reason why we really try and keep everything up to date here. Then we get into load analysis on the back end of Chapter 3. Chapter 4, we dive a bit into basic electrical concepts. Now, if you're familiar with electrical, this one is going to just be review. It doesn't go too deep into it. We talk about electrical safety, of course. Then we'll talk about what's the difference between watts, watt hours, watts per hour. Then what are residential voltages, single phase, three phase, who owns the grid, how it's regulated, circuits, parallel, series, what happens when you connect in series, what happens when you connect in parallel. Talk a bit about resistance and Ohm's law and all of that kind of thing, because it really leads us into voltage drop issues. And then we touch on bonding and grounding. So this is not an electrical course, but we try and tackle all of the information that the student is going to need to know about electricity to effectively design and install a residential scale solar PV system. Then we jump into Chapter 5, and here we're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of this system, of this text, where we really walk from the solar panel all the way through to the grid and look at each piece of equipment that you would connect together, what it does, why you would select one over another, what are the various features there. So we get junction boxes, combiner boxes, surge protection, wiring, different how wires are rated, types of wires, color coding of wires, things of that nature. The DC disconnect, charge controllers, inverters, all the various types and flavors there. Then we get into module level electronics, generation, how do you monitor that, the inverters, meters, bidirectional, and then tools of the trade. And then Chapter 6, we get into a more practical, the actual doing a site assessment. How do you assess orientation of the panel? How do you assess for shading? How do you hook into the existing electrical system? Things of that nature. And then we do an economic comparison between the various systems, why you would pick one system over another from an economic standpoint. And then Chapter 7, we get into the designing of the array and the inverter based on your load. How do you do this? How do you calculate the size of the array? How do you calculate string lengths if you're doing a string inverter? How do you select an inverter? Talk a bit about clipping, things of that nature. Then Chapter 8, wiring the system. Of course, there's a lot to do with wiring and how you select and the wire that you're going to use in all of the various circuits. Energy storage systems. Now, in this edition, we did separate out and create a whole chapter just about battery systems and energy storage. Out there in the field, we're seeing a lot more of these systems incorporating storage, so we wanted to spend a great deal more time focused on that, as well as AC and DC coupled systems. Chapter 10, we talk about the mounting systems. If we're going to be doing a roof-mounted system, a ground-mounted system, what are all of the issues around that? Chapter 11, we sort of go on a little bit of side trip here. If you're going to do designing a standalone system, there are very specific things that you need to know if you're doing a standalone system. So we sort of filter that out a little bit, put it in its own chapter, focus on that. Chapter 12, we get on job site safety. Chapter 13, paperwork. Now, we don't go too deep into the paperwork, such as permits, how to draw a permit, what your application package look like, labels, commissioning forms, things like that. That's really designed for a more advanced, the level 2, the site supervisor or whatever. So this is really an entry level one. So we don't go too deeply into it, but we feel like people need to know that these things exist. Same thing with commissioning the system. We want the introductory installer designer to understand what's involved there, but they're not necessarily going to be the ones doing the commissioning. So it's a light overview there. And then Chapter 15, we get into system maintenance and troubleshooting. All right, so then when we jump into the chapters themselves, you'll see that each chapter begins with the objectives. There's a lot of charts and graphs here. Every time we come up with a term that the person may not be familiar with, in this case on this page, photovoltaics, we highlight that term, pull it out to the side if they want to reference it later. It's just a handy way of finding these terms as they're going back to look over things. So you can just get a sense of it here as to how the various format of the chapters laid out. Then we get at the end of each chapter, you'll see that there is a review questions. So those review questions, as I mentioned, are integrated into Quizlet. They're also integrated into the online program. If you're an instructor and you're wanting to use this textbook in your classroom, we do not incorporate the answers in this textbook for that purpose. But if you're someone who's just buying it on your own, we can provide that answer key to you. Or if you're doing this in conjunction with the online program, they're integrated in there. But you can also go into Quizlet and find all the answers. Then chapter 2 on the solar cells, and you'll see that we try and highlight, we do a lot of illustrations just to, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So we get into the IV curves, some of those. We do look at specific examples of spec sheets and what you would be looking at there. And we'll just wander through. We'll talk about, some of the self-consumption, time of use pricing, some of the strategies why you would incorporate batteries into there. This one, I'll back up a little bit. You'll see that an AC coupled system will show you how those things are put together, all the different components that go in there, doing a load analysis. And also, when we get into some of the later chapters, within your classroom, there are lab exercises that are incorporated with each of these chapters. We give these as suggestions. You obviously don't have to do it, but they're there in case you want to do that in your classroom. Also, in the instructor materials, we do give you a lot more. We give you sample problems, some of the math problems that they can work through, things that you can incorporate into your classroom. Plus, we do have PowerPoints that go along with all of these chapters, and we provide those to you at no charge. So we'll zip through some of this, but I did want to give you a sense of it. I know it's a big decision to jump into one of these books, so we wanted to give you a sense of what's involved, what's included, giving you a visual preview of all of the different things there. You'll see there are many, many questions at the ends of each chapter. This chapter has 46, probably more than you need, obviously. Conducting a site survey, we'll walk you through some of those kind of things and why orientation is important, how measuring angles, the different inter-row shadings. We're zip through some of this here. That's some of the financial integration there. This chapter here is designing the inverter. Now we're starting to get into some of the math. And this is the area that most students struggle with just a little bit. It's not that hard. We like to say that, nothing in here is super complicated. It's just that there's a lot of it. There's a lot of information that the student will absorb throughout this, and a lot to remember, and everything builds on itself. But I hope you're getting a sense of this, that all of this is from a very practical standpoint. Some of the texts that I've looked at in the past, get very much into the theory of what these things are, how the photovoltaic effect works. This is really designed for someone who wants to be able to go out there, design a system and install it on their residential property. And it really does form a good basis if you're going to make this a profession, or if you're just someone who wants to put one on your own home or your brother-in-law's home. It gives you the practical how-to. The online program is very much integrated with videos that will show you, each of the steps visually, so you can use the text, but then you're following on online. So when we get to the end, we do have the formulas that are in the book. We have a lot of the acronyms. This industry loves acronyms, so we just want to at least tell you what those acronyms mean. And then we also have listings of all the figures that appear in the book, the text, and then we have, of course, an index where you can look things up, or if you get the PDF version, you can do a search there. So that walks you through it. And I hope that was helpful. And hopefully, if you have any questions, just go to solarpvtraining.com and contact us, and we'll be glad to answer those questions for you.